You're comfortable right now. Maybe sitting in a chair. Maybe lying on a bed. A fan spinning above your head. Cold water just a few steps away. Food in the kitchen. Electricity flowing through the walls. Everything feels normal. But imagine waking up tomorrow morning and hearing something strange on the news. Scientists announce that Earth's average temperature has increased by 10 degrees Celsius. Not 10 degrees outside your house. Not a hot summer day. The entire planet. 10 degrees hotter. At first, it doesn't sound terrifying. After all, people survive in deserts where temperatures reach 50 degrees Celsius. How bad could 10 extra degrees really be? But this is where the human brain tricks us. Because when scientists talk about Earth's average temperature, even a tiny change can transform the entire planet. In fact, during the last ice age, when giant glaciers covered huge parts of North America and Europe, Earth's average temperature was only about 6 degrees colder than today. Think about that for a second. A world filled with ice sheets kilometers thick. And our world today. Separated by only 6 degrees. So what happens when we move 10 degrees in the opposite direction? The answer is so extreme that parts of the planet may become almost unrecognizable, and it starts with something most people never think about. The air itself. Hotter air behaves differently. Every single degree increase allows the atmosphere to hold more moisture. More moisture means more energy. More energy means stronger storms. Stronger storms mean disasters that today sound like scenes from a Hollywood movie. But storms would actually be one of the smaller problems, because the real danger arrives from above. The sun. Imagine walking outside in a city where temperatures regularly reach 55 degrees Celsius. Your body starts sweating immediately. But then something terrifying happens. Sweat stops helping. Scientists call this the wet bulb limit. A point where heat and humidity become so extreme that the human body can no longer cool itself. Even healthy people sitting in the shade can begin dying within hours. No running, no work, no exercise. Just breathing becomes dangerous. Entire regions that currently support hundreds of millions of people could become nearly impossible to live in. And then comes the next problem. Food. Most people assume modern agriculture can adapt to anything, but crops are surprisingly fragile. Wheat, rice, corn. The plants feeding billions of humans today evolved within specific temperature ranges. Push them too far, and yields collapse. Imagine standing in a supermarket, shelves half empty, food prices multiplying every month, countries fighting not over oil, but over farmland. History books often describe wars over territory. The future could see wars over survival itself. And yet, even that isn't the most shocking part. Because the oceans are waiting. Right now, enormous ice sheets sit on Greenland and Antarctica. They look permanent, ancient, untouchable. But they aren't. A planet 10 degrees hotter would unleash melting on a scale modern civilization has never experienced. Sea levels could eventually rise by dozens of meters over long timescales. Think about the cities humans built near coastlines. New York, Shanghai, Mumbai, London, countless others. Many of them were never designed for an ocean that suddenly decides to move inland. Millions, possibly billions, could eventually face displacement. Not because of war, not because of politics, because the map itself changes. And that's when something unexpected happens. Nature begins fighting back. Forests burn more easily. Wildfires release carbon. Carbon traps more heat. More heat creates more fires. A feedback loop. Like a machine that keeps accelerating long after someone lets go of the controls. Scientists have found evidence that similar runaway processes may have contributed to some of Earth's greatest extinction events. One of them happened around 252 million years ago. Today, it's known as the Great Dying. Around 90% of marine species disappeared. Life itself nearly collapsed. Now, Earth isn't heading toward that exact scenario, but it shows something important. The planet can change much faster than most people imagine. And here's where the story becomes personal. Because humans are incredibly adaptable. We survived ice ages, volcanoes, plagues, famines. We crossed deserts and oceans long before modern technology existed. The question isn't whether humanity survives. The question is, what kind of world survives with us? Will cities move underground? Will giant cooling systems become part of daily life? Will future generations think of today's climate the way we think of ancient paradise? No one knows. But there is one detail that should make every person pause. Your body. The same body sitting comfortably right now. The same body carried by millions of years of evolution. It evolved for a planet with a certain climate, a certain balance, a certain temperature. Change that balance enough, and suddenly humanity isn't fighting nature anymore. We're negotiating with it. Because the truth is that civilization was never guaranteed. Every farm, every city, every road, every nation exists because Earth stayed within a narrow range of conditions for thousands of years, and if those conditions shift dramatically, the greatest challenge in human history may not be building civilization, it may be rebuilding it. So next time a cool breeze touches your face, remember something strange. The difference between a thriving world and a transformed world might not be hundreds of degrees. It might only be 10,